Alright, while I was gone, I wiped off some of the Vaseline. Here's the Vaseline right here. Vaseline, you can get it at any drugstore. Or you can use grease if you like or whatever, but I use it because this is clean. Now, here, I'll take the rest of the tape off. I use electrical tape with the shiny side. Anything shiny, in my mind, is slippery, so don't get the two-sided sticky electrical tape. You're going to have some problem. So, here it is, nice and take it off. Alright, nice and clean. Alright, so let me show you how I set this all up so I can pull the the cable through the bars. First of all, I took electrical tape and I taped as tight as I could the protective tubing onto the end here, because you see the protective tubing, how it's like bigger around and a lot of room in there. So what I did was I tightened it down and made it tight, and then I took the tape and I extended it a little bit here to make a smooth edge to it. Then I took these connectors and I bunched them up. Now they're all the same. They're the same length. 3 go to one side of the plug, 3 goes to the other. But so I took them and I bunched them up. Excuse me. I've been excuse me. I had a cold all week. It's the first time I've had a chance to get back to the bike. Anyway, as you can see, I had this one long one that came out. I don't know if this is going to happen with the next cable I try to pull out, but right now it worked fine. Now remember, in the first segment I made that rounded edge so I wouldn't have anything getting stuck up into the tubing of the bars, so it will go out through the other one smoothly. What I did was I took this longer part, this longer connector, and I took the wire, I opened it up a little bit and wrapped it around that wire and crimped it tight. So it's tight. Not too tight and not too close to this, because if you pull too hard when you're pulling the tubes in, pulling the cable through, you can pull this off and then you have to go out and buy it. There's a new pin, and you have to crimp it and everything. Okay, so then after I did that, I took all 6 wires and I tried to make it as close to this part being in the middle of all the 6 ends. Okay, can you see that? It's close to the middle of the bunch as possible. Then I took the electrical tape and I just started wrapping the electrical tape around and around and around. You saw before I took it off, and made it tight. Then I ran the tape a ½ inch further onto the wire and to a point so it'll be nice and smooth. Then I took the Vaseline and I just rubbed it all the way up, and I took the Vaseline about inch and a half up the factory tubing and plastic tubing here, and I took the Vaseline and I put it all on top, all around the tape until the part that I hit her, and like about 2 inches, and I rubbed the Vaseline 2 inches up onto this wire. So that way, when it went through the pipe, when I tried to feed it through the pipe, the Vaseline acted as a lubricant, and it worked fine. As you can see, I got it out. I think this took me, because I tried a different way the first time. I didn't do it this way the first time. And when I pulled it, this thing pulled off and it was stuck there. But actually, I think I could feel the wires were made the bend that came in here. Is just that because it was kind of tight, this pulled off. So this, the second time around, I did it this way. So the best way to do it is what I just showed you. Put it, if you find you got a longer wire, and if not, doesn't matter. You can put it on any wire, but make the wire where it's in the middle of the bunch after you connect this on there. And go down a little bit. Go down a little bit on the wire. Don't go crimping it onto the connection, because you could damage the wires here. So what I'm going to do now is just carefully just spread it out so I can slip the wire out, and there we are. No damage to the wire. And put it back into the plug, and we're done. So there it is. And I don't think I'm going to film the second side, because it's the same procedure. So I'm going to come back when I'm going to plug the connectors back into the wire harness. Alright? Be back soon. Okay, I have the handlebars wired. I connected the cables back up, put the wires back into the connectors and got them connected. I put the handlebars on. And I put the clutch in the switch box on that side, the brake, and the reservoir, master cylinder on that side. And it looks like I won't have to change the cables. The cable length is perfect. So I lucked out there. All I need to do is get a new brake line. And I'll get that when I get this wheel problem straightened out. But for now, bars are done. The bar's been torqued. And done with the bars. Now, during the week, I got my heat shields back from the powder coater. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the new pipes on. I'm going to get them off the floor here and get them on the bike where they're safe. I'm going to get banged up here if I leave them on the floor any longer. Got a lot of traffic going in and out of here. So that's what's going to be next here. Here's the old pipes. They're the stock header pipes with the Screaming Eagle 2s, slip-on mufflers, and these are the older style, without the EPA crap put into it. So these are still the good ones. So we're going to take them off and put the new ones on. Be right back.